am Detective Michael Roberts, a seasoned police officer with a penchant for solving the most baffling cases. But nothing could have prepared me for the ominous and perplexing case of the missing child in the haunted forest. The scene was set in the town of Blackwood, nestled deep in the heart of a sprawling forest, notorious for its sinister legends. The forest had earned its ominous reputation over the years, and locals spoke of shadowy figures, eerie whispers, and inexplicable disappearances. It was the kind of place parents warned their children about, the kind of place that sent shivers down your spine, even on a sunny day. It was a chilling evening when the call came in. Mrs. Sarah Thompson, a frantic mother, reported that her 8-year-old son, Timmy, had gone missing. The last time she had seen him, he was playing in the backyard, just beyond the tree line that marked the edge of the haunted forest. When she went to check on him, he had vanished without a trace. Upon arriving at the Thompson residence, I could sense the palpable fear that gripped the entire household. Mrs. Thompson, her eyes swollen with tears, clutched a worn photograph of her son. She recounted how Timmy had been begging her to explore the mysterious forest, his curiosity piqued by the tales of the supernatural that swirled around it. She had finally relented, allowing him to play near the forest's edge. It was a decision she would regret for the rest of her life. As dusk fell, a sense of urgency enveloped us. We organized search parties to comb the edges of the forest, while I ventured deeper into the woods. The trees loomed like ancient sentinels, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The forest was eerily quiet, the kind of silence that suggested an unseen presence watching and waiting. Every step I took felt heavy, laden with a foreboding weight. As I ventured further into the woods, I couldn't help but recall the stories that had earned the forest its haunted reputation. Locals spoke of spectral apparitions, of children who had gone missing and were never seen again, and of a malevolent entity that was said to inhabit the darkest depths of the woods. Hours turned into days, and our search yielded no sign of young Timmy. It was during a particularly desolate night, as the moon hung low and shrouded in an unnatural mist, that I stumbled upon something that sent a chill down my spine. It was a child's shoe, worn and tattered, caught on a gnarled root near a decrepit, moss-covered stone. I called in the discovery, and the search intensified. We combed the area around the shoe and soon unearthed further evidence: a small, torn piece of Timmy's clothing, and a trail of tiny, child-sized footprints leading deeper into the haunted forest. The trail was accompanied by something even more unsettling: a series of symbols etched into the trees, symbols that bore a haunting resemblance to those described in the local legends of the forest's cursed history. As the investigation took a dark turn, I couldn't ignore the ominous tales that shrouded the forest. I sought out local elders and historians who were well versed in the legends. They spoke of a curse that had befallen the forest centuries ago, a curse said to have been invoked by a vengeful shaman who had summoned dark entities from the depths of the netherworld. The shaman's malevolent rituals had bound the forest to the spirit world, creating a portal for the supernatural. It was believed that the spirits of the lost were trapped within the woods, their voices forever whispering in the wind. The symbols, I learned, were part of the ancient incantations that were used to seal the forest's cursed fate. With a growing sense of dread, I knew that time was running out to find Timmy. The trail of symbols led me deeper into the forest, and every step felt like a descent into a realm beyond the grasp of reason. The trees seemed to close in around me, their branches forming an impenetrable canopy that blotted out the moonlight. As I ventured further, the air grew icy, and a mournful, disembodied whisper filled my ears. It was as if the very forest itself was alive with the presence of the supernatural. My flashlight beam flickered and dimmed, and the symbols on the trees seemed to shimmer with an ethereal light of their own. In the heart of the forest, I came upon an unsettling sight. A small, dilapidated cabin, its windows boarded up and its door hanging ajar. It was the kind of place that sent shivers down your spine, a place where the line between the living and the dead blurred. With cautious trepidation, I entered the cabin, my flashlight cutting through the suffocating darkness. What I found inside was a macabre tableau of child-sized clothing, toys and symbols etched into the walls. The symbols pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and I knew that I had stumbled upon something ancient and malevolent. As I ventured deeper into the cabin, I felt a presence in the room, a spectral figure that materialized before me. It was a child-sized silhouette, ethereal and translucent. It was Timmy, but he was different. His eyes were hollow, his skin ashen, and his voice a ghostly whisper. Timmy, or what remained of him, spoke of the curse that had bound him to the forest, of the shaman's dark rituals, and of the malevolent spirits that sought to claim him as their own. He explained that he had been drawn into the supernatural vortex of the forest, a place where time and reality were warped. He revealed that the symbols etched into the trees were the key to breaking the curse, but they had to be deciphered and chanted in a specific sequence. The malevolent spirits, he warned, would stop at nothing to prevent the curse from being broken. It was a harrowing choice I faced, to confront the supernatural forces and attempt to break the curse, or to leave Timmy to his spectral fate. But I couldn't abandon a child to such a gruesome existence, and I knew that the only way out of the forest was to confront the malevolent entities that lurked in its shadows. With Timmy by my side, I began to decipher the symbols and chant the incantations. The malevolent entities materialized around us, their forms twisted and grotesque. They howled and screeched, attempting to drive us back, but I persisted, my voice shaking as I recited the ancient words. The forest itself seemed to come alive, the trees swaying and moaning as though they were sentient beings. The symbols on the trees glowed with an otherworldly light, and the malevolent spirits howled in agony as the curse began to unravel. As the final incantation left my lips, a blinding flash of light filled the cabin, and the malevolent spirits were banished. The forest itself seemed to shudder, and the symbols on the trees dissolved into a shimmering mist. Timmy's spectral form began to solidify, and he transformed from a ghostly apparition back into a living child. But as the curse was broken, I knew that I had forever changed the course of the forest's dark history. The malevolent spirits may have been banished, but the forest would always bear the scars of its haunted past. Timmy was reunited with his mother, and the haunted forest, once a place of dread and malevolence, began to slowly return to a semblance of normalcy. The legends and the curse that had bound it were forever etched into the town's history. The case of the missing child in the haunted forest haunted my dreams, a reminder that there are forces beyond our understanding, and places that are forever touched by the supernatural. It was a case that tested the limits of my courage and reason, and a story that would forever linger in the shadows of my memory. The forest's secrets were now known, but its haunting legacy would continue to echo in the whispering winds and rustling leaves, a testament to the enduring power of the supernatural